Singaporean parents are going the extra mile to help their children excel in school. From taking leave to helping them prepare for their examinations to volunteering in schools in advance to snag a coveted place for their children. Razor TV speaks to 3 parents on what they think could be improved to make Singapore a better environment for raising children.
More resources to help parents with learning a bit more about parenting. I think this MCYS does some of that, but it'd be good if there's more. The other thing that the government can help with is to do a thorough rethink of our education system. I think that's very important because time and again it has been said that we need to inculcate more creative, entrepreneurial generations in future. But to be honest, I can't see how that is possible with the current education system. Even with the teach less, learn more. I think that's almost impossible because the teachers working on a ratio of 1:40 on average. So it'd be good if the government could help in that sense. Recently, the school fees were raised, and I'm happy about that simply because hopefully some of this money, will go towards the teachers' increased pay. But perhaps if they raise it more in future, we can have a better teacher-to-student ratio, which then allows the teacher to teach in a more relaxed manner with help from perhaps an assistant.
I think it's a overall across-the-board thing which we need to review, starting from newlyweds. I mean, last time when we married, we still subscribe to the notion that kids bring us joy. But along the way, somehow, for my peers, my friends, my colleagues, those who are married without kids yet, they seem to relate kids with liability now. I mean, once the kids pop up, you talk about cutting down your your lifestyle. It's a lot of sacrifice to bring up the kids, not to mention all the stress which comes with education, medical, whatever. So for those young parents to begin with planning for the first child, there's already so many obstacles. For those one planning to have 2 or 2 planning to 3, it's easier to nudge them along. But I thought maybe the government could have some champions to encourage, those without kids to say, it's not so bad. Nobody say parenting is easy in the first place, but at least you won't die from it.
Perhaps there are 2 things that I'd like to share. One would be, I think there's not enough information for first-time parents. When you first pop your child, for example, I never knew what postnatal depression was. Because we spent so much time on marriage and its preparation, but we never talked about parents and kids and what it really means. The second thing that I'd like to share really is about teachers, and I'm going to stereotype them. I think there are basically 3 types of teachers. One, I've seen those really, really passionate teachers where teaching is a calling for them. Then we have those that are just in it for just say to pay the bills as a career. You can see that they would discharge the curriculum, do the necessary, but they're not the ones that we give the dedicated attention to. And then my greatest worry is that there's a last part of this in which I've heard in corridor conversations when teaching is a career that you can get a free sponsorship for your degree, and after the bond is done, they would leave with a degree and go look for something else. I think the government could step in to really look at the motivation. While I agree that the teacher and student ratio need to be addressed, the question then is, how do we look at also the quality of the teacher? Because it is important, regardless of the brand of the school, really it's a teacher that is teaching your child that's going to affect your child rather than the brand of the school.
So dealing with the stresses of everyday education is probably enough to have parents tearing their hair out. In the next clip, we deal with the dreaded letters, PSLE.